How y'all doing? This is Cascadia Coast News. It is February 20th. I ran across this article from the Washington Examiner, and it's about the magazine bills that did not make it to this legislative session. So I'm going to read this real quick. I'm reading this for a specific reason. You'll know here in a minute. Washington State's legislature has failed to pass legislation aimed at restricting magazine capacity and prohibiting the sale of guns defined as assault weapons. They're not assault weapons, for one thing. And for two, this is standard equipment for an AR-15 or AK-47 or any gun that's like that. And another thing is they're not an actual AK-47. An AK-47, a real one, is an actual assault rifle. It has a select fire feature, whereas these AK-47s, which are actually AKM variants, do not. According to King 5, which is I might add, a news station around here I steer very far away from in Washington State because they're biased as all hell, just like this Washington Examiner that I'm going over right now, and you'll see in a minute what I mean. The magazine capacity limit bill passed out of the House and Senate committees, but never made it to the floor for a debate before the 5 p.m. deadline Wednesday. Both chambers of the legislature are led by Democratic majorities, but Republicans filed 120 amendments, an unusually high number, to the magazine capacity bill as a strategy to delay debate over the bill and potential passage of the legislation. Good for them. Good for them that they delayed such a freaking blatant attempt on our Second Amendment rights. As Wednesday was the floor cutoff deadline for the 2020 legislative session. And, you know, this bill will be back. It ain't the end of this magazine capacity restriction limit. It will be back. Probably next year, or, you know, this is just my 2 cents. Maybe there's going to be another mass shooting here very soon, like there always is for some sort of damn reason, which, you know, I got my own theories on that. Republican legislators have effectively filibustered the bill. That's disappointing. See, this is what I'm saying. This is coming from the Washington Examiner, and they're saying, that's disappointing given that statewide polling shows that nearly 2/3 of Washingtonians supporting limiting high-capacity magazines. You know, here's something, Washington Examiner. How many people did y'all go and get these polls from? About 5 people? And maybe, you know, 2 people said no. And 3 said yes. So therefore, that's where you get your 2/3 of a majority vote. Because I guarantee you didn't ask everybody in Washington State, yeah, biased bastards. Anyways, moving on. If there's a, and this just right here gets me. If there's a mass shooting using a high-capacity magazine in one of our schools or communities, these legislators will be accountable to the victims and their families, said Attorney Bob Ferguson, a Democrat. Of course, that comes from a Democrat's mouth. Hey, Mr. Bob Ferguson, you need to retire. You need to go somewhere. You need to just get the hell out of Washington because we don't want you. And, you know, I've talked to several people. You are a tyrant, sir, and you need to leave. Gun control advocates were, and so do you, Mr. J. Inslee, and I guarantee neither one of you guys are going to be reelected again. And, you know, and if you are, then, you know, this state needs to go to the pits of hell anyways, if people are dumb enough to vote for y'all again. Anyways, moving on. Gun control advocates were angered by the tactics used by Republicans in Olympia to stop the bills. We are outraged by this blatant attempt to misuse procedural measures to run out the clock on this life-saving policy. Oh. CEO of the Alliance for Gun Responsibility, Renee Hopkins, told Cairo 7. Y'all freaking always use tragedies and crap to freaking try to push your dumbass agendas. Both of the gun control bills failures to pass in Washington come on the heels of an assault weapons ban bill failing to pass out of the committee in the Democratic General Assembly in Virginia. Yeah, and good for them, because they knew damn well that the citizens of Virginia were about ready to freaking rise up and start a civil war. And y'all know who really, y'all think that you own everything, but you don't. You don't own squat. You know, this is a country by the people and for the people, not by the government and for the government. And y'all need to freaking realize that. Because, you know what? Y'all need to kick rocks with all your freaking blatant attempts on trying to dismantle the Constitution. Yeah, I said that. I'm not scared of y'all. I don't give a shit. Anyways, you can like and subscribe if you want. That's just my own 2 cents on what I think about their little gun control measures that they're trying to pull. Anyways, y'all have a good night.